So this is the case of 25-year-old Shanquella Robinson, who lost her life back in October of 2022 in Cabo, Mexico. Now, I am going to post or link my original video right here. Somewhere up here, okay? So if you would like, you can watch that, but I will give you a decent summary of what we knew at that point before I tell you the shocking news. So Shanquella, as I said, she was 25, living in North Carolina. She had a successful career doing hair braiding, and she and 6 of her friends, so a total of 7 people, they planned a lovely trip to Cabo in Mexico to celebrate 2 birthdays. So 2 of the people, 2 of the 7 were celebrating birthdays, and they were all going to join in. And they had rented a beautiful property to stay in. So it was October 28th when they headed out on the trip, and the people who were in attendance were obviously Shanquella Robinson, Winter Donovan, Elise Hyatt, Dejanay Jackson, Khalil Cook, Malik Dyer, and Nazir Wiggins. Dejanay and Nazir were the ones with the birthdays. Now, out of that group, Khalil was her closest friend. And he was the only one who had been introduced to her family. And he was considered, a really good friend. Her family liked him, her mother liked him. He was trusted. So anyway, as I said, they went on this trip. It all started out pretty nice. Shanquella was in touch with her mother, telling her, what was going on. They were swimming, they were relaxing by the pool, drinking, eating, they had a private chef. This gorgeous house had 5 bedrooms, 5.5 bathrooms, a pool, a hot tub, and so why wouldn't they be having a good time? Now, on the 29th, at around 2 p.m., her good friend Khalil called up her mother and said that she had had a lot to drink and was not doing well, but that he would stay in touch. And the mom didn't really think, anything catastrophic was going on. She just assumed, the girl had had too much to drink and, maybe she would throw up or something. She didn't think too much of it. She wasn't alarmed, let's say. But then he calls her back a few hours later and he said Shanquella had died. She had died from alcohol poisoning. And next thing you know, the friends get back on an airplane and they fly back to North Carolina that she had died from a broken neck, not alcohol poisoning, which is a very different thing. Very, very different. Then her mom received an anonymous phone call saying that there had been a big fight, like a physical fight between Shanquella and the friends. She asked the friends and they all denied it. On November 5th, a death certificate was released. And here is what it said. The cause of death was severe spinal cord injury and atlas luxation, dislocation of the first two vertebrae in the neck. The time between injury and death was 15 minutes, and the time of death was 3 p.m. No mention of alcohol or alcohol poisoning. None. And if she had died in only 15 minutes, that went against the claim from the friends that a doctor had come to their room and been working on her for hours. At this point, the friends stopped talking. No more. The death certificate was out and they had nothing more to say. On November 11th, the family made a public statement talking about how she had gone away with friends and never come back, and there needed to be justice for her. Only local stations were picking up the story, which wasn't enough. So the NAACP got involved in an effort to get widespread coverage of the case so that someone would take it seriously. Then, the most damning piece of evidence came out on November 16th. It was a video of Shanquella without any clothes on, fighting with Dejanay. Well, it was more like Dejanay was beating her and she wasn't fighting back. And in the video, you can hear the friends, having things to say about what's going on. In fact, you can hear Khalil saying, quote, "Quella, can you at least fight back?" And she says, "No." Now, this video got millions of views on social media, and it seems to paint a pretty clear picture of what happened. So the next day after the video came out, on November 17th, the Mexican authorities announced that their investigation would begin, and they asked for Dejanay Jackson to be extradited doses of adrenaline and 6 discharges from a defibrillator, and pronounced her dead at 5:57 p.m. from cardiac arrest. Also, that didn't say alcohol poisoning. So, that is where we left the case last time. And I recall at the time, Dejanay had kind of disappeared, and everyone was wondering, had she been arrested because she was supposed to be extradited to Mexico to face her charge there, and nobody knew, and we thought, well, they're keeping it quiet, something must be going on, they're doing something, things are happening. Let's just wait and see, right? Alright, so we've waited, and now we see. On April 12th of 2023, the FBI has finished their investigation. The U.S. Attorney's Office in North Carolina announced it will not pursue criminal charges in this case. They claim they have insufficient evidence to make an arrest. The FBI's autopsy said that the cause of death was undetermined. Undetermined. They don't know how she died. Not enough evidence to arrest anybody. And that is pretty much that. Now, Mexico can still go ahead and charge Dejanay or whoever. That is still a possibility. But anyway, let's talk more about the investigation that went on here. The autopsy found that Shanquella did not have a spinal cord injury, but she had swelling on her brain. Now, according to the lawyer for Shanquella's family, the FBI waited until after the body was embalmed to do their autopsy, and that might explain the differences between the autopsy done in let me know, is that possibly the issue? You know, that although clearly she was beaten, they can't prove how she actually died, because that's not on the video, and all these reports are conflicting, and they don't know if she had alcohol. She might have, she might not have. Robinson's family hired 2 lawyers to represent them, and their names are Benjamin Crump and Sue Ann Robinson. And they spoke at a press conference in Washington, D.C. on March 3rd. So this was before they were told that the case was, you know, that no arrests were being made. So on March 3rd, they called on President Biden and the U.S. Department of State to take action. Quote, "It is not right that the suspects and the people involved are sleeping comfortably in their own beds at night. The only question is, State Department, President Biden, what are you going to do to bring justice for this broken-hearted family, especially the mother of Shanquella Robinson?" So the lawyers asked officials to either extradite Dejanay Jackson or prosecute her in person in the U.S. But as of today, when I am speaking, no U.S. law enforcement or government official has named a suspect, and we do not know if Mexico is still seeking extradition. So that's where it stands. Now, Shanquella's sister, her name is Keela Long. She started a GoFundMe page, and she said the family will continue to investigate what happened, and they are raising funds for legal fees. As of April 14th, they had mean, some of us can understand that perhaps the evidence is not perfect, but I think there's enough to give it a try. At least extradite Dejanay to Mexico and let them deal with it there. Why are we not doing that? Why are we protecting her? We're saying, oh, no, we're not gonna send her because maybe she didn't do it. Maybe she's innocent. Well, let them figure that out in Mexico. That's why they'll have a trial in Mexico. Alright, enough about that. Now the other thing I want to say, which is also obvious, is what in the world is wrong with these people? We're all still wondering why they did this. Did they plan it from before they left for the trip? Or did they decide on it once they got there? Why did all these people want to sit there and watch their friend get beaten to death? Maybe they didn't plan on killing her. I'll give them that. Usually, in these situations, they don't want to kill a person. They just want to beat them to a pulp, right? Which is also completely messed up. But we have people videotaping it. And then it gets leaked. How did it get leaked? Everyone there is guilty of standing there and watching somebody get beaten to death, right? So why would you leak that footage? Why would you even take a video of it? What was your plan? What were you gonna do with that video? And why did you send it to somebody who then probably leaked it? You know? Like, I envision one of them sent it to one of their friends and said, look at this, look what we did, look what went on. And then that person leaked it. So there's just so much stupidity and evilness. I just say, know who your friends are and know who your enemies are. Like, seriously. Don't leave the country with people that you're not sure of. Would it be playing out any differently if they had gone on a vacation in this country? Yes, it would. It would be different. There wouldn't be all these different parties involved, you know. And at the very least, these people could be charged for assault or something, you know. Nothing against Mexico, I'm just saying. You know, it would have been different if it all happened in, you know, their home country. Just like if you were Mexican and you got into a fight like that in Mexico, it would be a lot easier to get justice. So anyway, just important to know who your friends are. I'm not blaming her at all, believe me, that is not my point. I'm just saying, everyone, please be careful. I mean, don't be paranoid for no reason, but let's just all try to find friends that are truly loyal. That's all, if that's possible. And I am going to leave it there. I wish I had better news. But hopefully more will come about this and there will be some kind of justice. So thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you found it to be thought-provoking. I look forward to seeing